Welcome to my channel Cine Chills. Let's enjoy the explanation of the movie.
This is definitely the best zombie movie ever. Don't miss it. You will thank me after watching it. The color index and the horror level in the movie will make you unable to stop. I strongly recommend that you tag your best friend to watch it together. In a biological laboratory deep in the mountains of the United States, a cleaner saw a patient with a burst blood vessel and was dying while cleaning. He was curious and went forward to check the information on his wrist. He found that the patient's name was Lou Dan. What a weird name. When he was complaining, Lou Dan suddenly moved and twitched, which scared the cleaner. Then the monitor sounded an alarm. Seeing that Lou Dan was about to die, he was at a loss. He quickly gave Lou Dan cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Seeing that there was no response, he opened his mouth and tried to give artificial respiration. It was too smelly to eat, so the cleaner continued to perform CPR, but he used too much force and made a big hole in the chest of the boiled egg. The next second, the dead boiled egg opened his eyes. In this way, the cleaner became the swallow of the boiled egg. Meals, however, the bald man who hadn't finished get off work yet was buying things. He didn't know that a figure was slowly approaching from behind. The result was predictable. 4 high school students from the school were going to form a scout troop to go camping in the mountains. Xiao Shuai and Wan Mao drove their father's car and set off first. On the way, the two discussed which female student in the school had whiter legs and bigger breasts. They accidentally hit something and found that Ji Yelu had died tragically. They turned back to check the car and found that it had a flat tire. Just when Xiao Shuai was changing the tire, Juan Mao's sister Rose happened to pass by. Seeing Rose's graceful figure and white skin, Xiao Shuai was stunned. Rose invited him to a party in the evening. Xiao Shuai was very "I want to go, but we have already made an appointment to go camping." Ross didn't know what to say, so he asked him what the car hit. Xiao Shuai immediately pointed behind him, but the wild deer that was clearly dead just now was gone, and there was only a pool of blood on the ground. He looked towards the woods in confusion. But there was no sign of the wild deer and no one thought much about it. Then the two of them came to a small town to buy some things for camping. Remember this female police officer with a quarter cup size. You will definitely be excited when you see her later. Then they met their senior sister Damei. She had dropped out of school and was working in the bar opposite. After chatting for a while, they separated. Soon they arrived at the destination and met up with Xiaopeng. After waiting for a long time, the captain did not arrive, so the three of them started to set up the tent. The captain had just walked to the foot of the mountain when he suddenly heard some movement in the bushes. Curious, he pulled the bushes aside to check. Suddenly, the wild deer that was killed by Xiao Shuai jumped out and bit the captain crazily. At the critical moment, he took out a 3-centimeter knife and stabbed it in one breath. The deer's mind was so bright that he avoided the zombie deer's attack. He quickly picked up the wig and put it on his Mediterranean forehead. He cursed the deer and turned around to leave when the bald zombie appeared behind him. In this way, the captain directly joined the zombies. Xiao Shuai and Wan Mao sneaked out while Xiaopeng was sleeping and came to the town to play at the bar where their senior sister Damei worked. But strangely, there was not a single person on the usually busy street. The bar was also empty. The two of them pushed forward. Suddenly, a zombie covered in blood rushed in. The two of them ran away. Wan Mao hid in the bar. Xiao Shuai was chased by the zombie into the toilet. Seeing that there was nowhere to escape, Damei appeared in time and killed the zombie with a spray gun. As soon as they left the bar, they saw a large group of zombies coming towards them. The three of them were so scared that they rolled and crawled into the car and stepped on the accelerator to escape. As a result, the spare tire that was replaced during the day encountered Xiao Shuai and Wan Mao were quickly taken down by the gun. Damei raised her gun and prepared to fight. The zombies were coming towards her. In order to buy time for the two to install the tires, Damei killed the zombies in front of her with her gun. The next second, the gun suddenly locked. Seeing the zombies coming towards her, Damei immediately used the butt of the gun to fight. At this time, the tires were also installed. Just as they were about to get in the car and leave, they saw one of the zombies running like an animal. Fortunately, the three of them got in the car in time and escaped smoothly. Soon they came to the police station and thought it was safer here. As a result, there was a notice on the door saying that the living people had already evacuated. There was no choice but to leave. Just as they were about to leave, they saw a large group of zombies appearing below. So the three of them quickly ran into the police station and blocked the door. Little did they know that there were also zombies in the police station and they could shoot. When they saw the three of them, they quickly shot randomly. This time, if they were not bitten to death, they would be shot to death. At the critical moment, Xiao Shuai took out the fire extinguisher and sprayed it. Curly took the opportunity to solve the zombie with an axe. At this time, the zombies outside broke through the gate and rushed in. The three strong men quickly escaped. Facing a large number of zombies, the three finally hid in the prison cage. They spent 3 hours fighting the zombies. They wanted to call for help, but there was no signal in the prison. At this time, hearing music outside, all the zombies went out. It turned out that Xiaopeng turned on the car music and prepared to escape, but he encountered the alarm of another car. Helplessly, he could only run to the police station. Xiao Shuai spent half an hour to finally hook the key, but was kicked into the sewer by Xiaopeng, who rushed over. Fortunately, Xiaopeng was a locksmith and used a knife to pry open the lock of the cage. At this time, a zombie ran in. Xiaopeng squatted and Xiao Shuai picked up a mop and stabbed the zombie's head. The four of them ran out quickly, but ran into the zombies that came in and quickly escaped from the back door. He closed the iron door as soon as he got out, but accidentally got the clothes of a female police zombie stuck. He struggled to get free and the clothes burst open instantly. The sudden spring scenery shocked several people. Brother Song watched this scene for you. Curly was so shocked that his eyes were straight. Fortunately, Xiao Shuai shouted loudly for him. Just reacted, several people fled along the road, found a car and hurried forward to check. Suddenly a zombie came out, but the four people had no weapons in their hands. Xiaopeng went forward and tried to scare the zombie away, but the zombie imitated him. Xiaopeng immediately sang a song and the zombie also got excited. It turned out to be a soldier. Xiaohei passed by and saved them. Then several people took Xiaohei's car to find Curly's sister Rose. But when they arrived at the location sent by Rose's boyfriend during the day, they realized that it was a fake address. At this time, Damei asked Xiaohei to contact the rescue. When she turned around, she found that Xiaohei's hand had been bitten. Before he could escape, Xiaohei rushed towards him in plain clothes. The three strong men quickly opened the door to rescue Damei. After getting out of the car, they used the door to send Xiaohei away. At this time, the military intercom in the car made a sound, telling them to evacuate quickly. At 3 o'clock in the morning, the military would bomb the entire town from the air. At this time, Curly remembered that his sister did everything before they would write it down in a notebook. Maybe they could find the address of the party there. So they drove to Curly's house and searched everything but couldn't find the notebook. Just then, Xiao Shuai heard a noise downstairs and went downstairs to check. He found a zombie coming in. Xiaopeng and Curly worked together to kill the zombie. The sound of fighting attracted a group of zombies outside the house, all of which rushed in. They hurried back to the second floor and blocked the door with a wardrobe. This obviously wouldn't last long. Xiao Shuai suggested jumping out of the window to escape. He pushed open the window and was grabbed by a zombie. It turned out that there was a trampoline underneath. Fortunately, Xiaopeng rushed up and hugged Xiao Shuai's legs, so Xiao Shuai didn't become a zombie. He punched the zombie down. The zombie was about to break in. Xiao Shuai suggested jumping out of the window and using the trampoline to get outside the wall. As soon as Huayin fell, Wanmao jumped down and demonstrated. Damei also jumped out successfully. Xiaopeng, it was too heavy to jump. In a hurry, Xiao Shuai pushed him down. Unexpectedly, a zombie was also bounced up. After 3 rounds, Xiaopeng knocked the zombie over with a punch and successfully jumped out of the wall. At this time, Xiao Shuai was about to jump out of the zombie. He looked back and saw Ross's diary fell out of the cabinet, so he went back and quickly picked up the diary. Just as he was about to jump out of the zombie by stepping over the window, he found that the trampoline was full of zombies. At this time, zombies also broke in and rushed over. When he was about to be pushed down, he quickly grabbed a zombie's sausage. Seeing that the sausage would not last long, Damei quickly flipped in and shouted to attract the zombies. At this time, the sausage broke. Xiao Shuai finally succeeded. He used the trampoline to jump out of the wall and hid in the neighbor's house. But something terrible happened. A zombie cat climbed onto Xiaopeng's shoulders. He quickly turned around and tried to get rid of the zombie cat, but it was useless. Damei seized the opportunity and hit the cat with a flat punch. What the cat didn't expect was that this family was a pet maniac. The house was full of cats, but now they all turned into zombie cats. The cat scared them so much that they quickly ran into the neighbor's garage, rushed into the car, stepped on the accelerator and fled from here. At this time, there were still 2 hours before the bombing of the town. The few people discussed and split up. Damei rode a bike to find rescue. Xiao Shui and the other three went to the party address written in the diary to find Ross. First, they went to the supermarket to make some hand-padded weapons. After half an hour of making, the three of them mounted the weapons and set off. Outside the party, Ross's bestie just met a yellow-haired guy. The two came to the broken warehouse outside the venue to prepare for exercise. He took off the girl's mask and threw it out, but I found a person walking in from behind. He walked in and before he could react, he was pounced on and bitten by the zombie. The girl lying on the table was watching TV with headphones on, but she was unaware of it and was still complaining about why the yellow-haired guy hadn't started. The girl raised her head. At this time, everyone in the room didn't know that danger was coming and was still dancing happily. At this time, the girl had turned into a zombie and appeared in the crowd. She would pick up anyone she knocked down. This scene scared Ross and he quickly ran to the door. When he opened the door, he saw thousands of zombies rushing in. The party scene instantly became a zombie secret room. Ross desperately climbed from the dance floor to the DJ booth. At this time, the music sounded. It turned out that the three scouts came to the scene. The three of them were like the gods of war, killing the zombies. In the chaos, Xiao Shui found the screws and sent all the survivors out. Then he locked the door. But 2 fists were no match for 4 hands facing so many zombies. The 3 zombies faded in and out quickly. They quickly ran upstairs and locked the door after entering the room. They found that there was no exit in the room. The door was about to be broken by the zombies. The 3 had nowhere to escape, so they took out the bombs they had prepared in advance and planned to fight the zombies. Die together and don't turn into zombies. But at the critical moment, the lighter didn't light up. At this moment, a piece of iron on the wall suddenly fell down. Damei came. It turned out that there was a ventilation duct there. At this time, the lighter also ignited the bomb. The door was also broken by the zombies. The 3 people quickly slid out along the ventilation duct. Just when the 3 people were celebrating that they were still alive, their captain ran here. When several people were looking for weapons to fight, they saw a grenade falling from the sky. It turned out that the military came and rescued several people. In the camp, Xiao Shui and Ross, who had been secretly in love for 10 years, hugged each other directly and successfully became Curly's brother-in-law. Our video today ends here. If you like it, please subscribe, follow, like and support me. See you in the next movie.